So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to begin. Welcome to the second day of our conference on Polish-Ukrainian relations, past, present, and future. Yesterday's session was more devoted to the past, to historical issues, to controversies that people discussed both during and after the conference, and we'll probably be talking about today and for some time. This afternoon, we're happy to present contemporary issues. And our first panel this afternoon is moderated by Vanessa Brown from Freedom House. She will introduce the speakers for you and make sure that there is some order in our meeting this afternoon. And we'd like to let you know that when this meeting is over, that there is a reception down at the Ukrainian Institute at 79th Street and 5th Avenue. And I believe the reception starts at 6 o'clock. You're welcome to come. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Today's speakers are Krzysztof, Stanowski, and Voznyak. Mr. Stanowski is president of the Education for Democracy Foundation, which is a private, non-governmental, non-profit organization that was established in the 1980s with cooperation of Polish and American educators. The foundation's goal is to promote knowledge about democracy and a free market economy and provide for civic activity in a democratic state. The Foundation's initial task was granting assistance in this field to educators and activists in non-governmental, trade union, youth, and local government organizations in Poland and other countries of Central and Eastern Europe. Mr. Voznyak is the chairman of the Ye magazine organization and the editor-in-chief of the journal with the same name. He's also the Review Culture and Political Scientist. As a public organization, the Ye magazine establishes the fundamentals of civic society in Ukraine through its clearly defined position on the most important issue of societal and political developments of that country. We'll have each speaker speak for about 20 minutes today, and then that will be followed by time for questions from our audience.
Panie i panowie, szanowni państwo, ladies and gentlemen. The year of Poland in Ukraine became almost invisible. As Andrzej Pawlishin wrote in Lwivska Gazeta, it began without fanfare, without presidential handshaking, and without visible media coverage. Does this mean that this year is unimportant? Does it mean that it's unnecessary? During these 20 minutes, I would like to share with you the experiences of last 10-15 years. Experiences of cooperation between non-governmental organizations from Poland and from Ukraine. Usually, the international relations are traditionally linked with the governments, with the states. In the case of the Poland and Ukraine, usually they are also occupied by the historians. Today's story is the story about these groups in the civil society in Poland and in Ukraine, which are the most active, which really believes that we can make a change, which really believes that we can influence the history. If you are thinking about these relations, we have to remember the last 15 years, what happened, what important changes happened at this time. We have to remember about the establishment of independent Ukrainian state. We have to remember that after many, many years, the border became open. But also, we have to remember that the liquidation of omnipotent censorship allowed to open all the discussions, all the quarrels, all the conflicts from the past. This situation could easily bring to the conflicts, to the going back to the past, to the quarrels And what we see today in Poland and in Ukraine is that in spite of this fears, in spite of the history and in spite of Poland's general trend of political economic engagement with the West, we can see substantial increase of the interest of Poles in Ukraine and Ukrainians in last 10 years. We are really surprised to see that these interests are not, first of all,